Oh, hey. Big day. What's going on? Polly Mack in the chat writes the following. Breaking news. Sid trades Azzo for 2 podcasting prospects and a loony hot dog. 2 things. 1, it's a trade I would never make. If I did, I would be still having a better day than Ross Atkins.
It's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props, or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk facts.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, 'cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
Play it on the car ride, play it when you lounge. X and O, you know that we can hold it down. Shout out to my man Sammy, got it off the ground. And to all the listeners tuned in right now, got debates, analysis, and speculation. This is sports talk for the new generation. You know where to find us, got a reputation. Sick podcast, your #1 sports destination.
Giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, 'cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
S-I-C-K, it's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props, or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk back. S-I-C-K, 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 S-I-C-K,
All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
You are now listening to The Sid Seixeiro Show. Powered by Sick Media, the sickest Toronto sports show. Now, here's your host, Sid.
What's up? It's Sid. It is Monday, August the 3rd, year of our Lord, 2026. Sid Seixeiro Show, powered by Sick Media. Azzo's way over there. I'm right here. Happy long weekend to everyone. Not for us. Bunch of other shows in the city took a break from their break. But we're here. Kind of a big day. In fact, I was up last night doing stuff online with Sick Media. Thank you for consuming that content. Kind of. It's me talking about Kevin Gosman. That's hot. But we appreciate everyone consuming our Sick Media stuff. And that's why I'm feeling good about this show. Because you do that. Happy long weekend. If you're in Ontario, it's the civic holiday. If you're in other places across the country, it's other things. But hopefully you're enjoying it. Weather-wise in Southern Ontario, Friday was gorgeous. Azzo and I were at the Jays game. And Azzo, it seems like, is in the middle of 17 straight Blue Jay games in person.
Still haven't seen a Vladdy home run yet.
You still haven't seen a Vladdy home run. Only 56 home games gone. Believe it or not. Seriously.
It's true.
Like, was Trudeau still prime minister the last time Vladdy hit a regular season home run at Rogers Center?
Maybe.
Maybe just missed it. But hopefully you're enjoying your long weekend. We have a lot going on here today. Live on YouTube, X, and Facebook. As mentioned, Azzo and I were at the Jays game Friday, watching Dylan Cease pitch another pretty good ball game. Man, Hoffman's looking good right now.
Yeah.
And I don't like the guy, but he's looking really good right now. And it was a brilliant evening at Rogers Center. The weather was perfect. And to everyone listening to the pod we kind of ran into, great to see you. Always a good moment. For all of you I ran into who still think I'm working at Breakfast Television Sportsnet, good to see you too as well. Because it happened a couple times, right? God bless, but it happened a couple times. We'll get into Azzo's day yesterday in a second. I know a lot of you noticed it. How do I know? You have eyes, and you could see behind home plate at the Jays game.
No idea what you're talking about.
So that covers Friday. Friday was just a great time. We'll get to Azzo's yesterday in a second. But I want to focus on Saturday for a moment. Quick story. I don't know where this is going with the Jays next year, the year after, or the year after that. For the record, no one knows about next year. You know how I know? There's no CBA for next year in Major League Baseball. So not one person has any idea if we're even going to see a 2027. I'm still betting on a July start, but that's best case scenario. Owners want a salary cap. Players do not. Challenge. Have at it. I'll get to that more a little later in terms of controllable assets. But in terms of Saturday, it was an interesting one. And I think if the Jays stay this bad, and they're last place team 2 of the last 3 years, if the Jays stay this bad over the next stretch, the most valuable department inside Rogers and the Jays will not be Ross and Mark, will not be John Schneider. The most important department will be in-game promotions. Reasons for fans to come to the ballpark. I saw a great bobblehead coming soon with Buck Martinez. It's like the 3 versions of Buck with the Jays. It's manager Buck, player Buck, broadcaster Buck. That's coming your way. That's a great promotion. The mini version of the Joe Carter statue is coming soon. Great idea for a promotion. That's fantastic. And in-game promotions for the Jays have been their silent MVP for the last several years. Looney Dog Tuesdays can be included in that, I would argue. So they're going to have to work like double time if Vladdy looks like this. Double time. And one of the more unique things I've seen them do was Saturday, where right after the game, and it seemed like fairly quickly after the game, because I'm listening to Show Ali on the Fan post-game, and all I hear is the Transformers movie from 1986. If you were at the game Saturday, part of the they had a bunch of Transformers activations. I couldn't honestly tell you what's exactly going on with the Transformers because I'm not 10 anymore. But like, it's been 40 years since the Transformers animated movie came out back in 1986. Now, I don't hold this movie in the same regard as others. I watched the TV show. The TV show kicked ass. Optimus Prime, Decepticons, they're trucks, and then they're not, and you don't know what's going on. The Transformers were kind of awesome. And heaven forbid if you had a toy, the Transformers, you could just do all kinds of things with it. You know why? It was more than one thing. More than meets the eye, dare I say. Transformer. But Saturday, the Jays in-game promotions screened like the entire movie at Rogers Center after the game. You don't see them do that a lot. You see it in other parks with weird things. And I still can't really tell you the connection between the 40-year anniversary of the Transformers movie released in 1986 or the 50-year anniversary of the Jays. Like, usually there's a correlation. But whatever. Transformers movie blaring 2 days before the trade deadline at Rogers Center in what is becoming a lost Jays season, unless you're Dylan Cease. And I thought it was kind of apropos. Because people look at the Transformers down through the years. I loved the Transformers when I was a kid. But people look at it as just kind of a niche kind of thing that kids enjoyed. The message of the Transformers is way deeper than that. It's about adapting to your climate. It's about changing your life based on your surroundings. Sometimes you want to do that. Sometimes you don't want to do that. That's not a Transformers thing. That's a life lesson. That's a life reality. Life happens. You got to adapt. You got to do things. That's what the Transformers are about. It's a crew of people who have nothing but adversity in front of them and have to hide in plain sight or change to relate to their surroundings in order to achieve an ultimate goal. It's way deeper than people realize, the Transformers. It's not just a damn truck with a cool voice going or whatever. It's a bad Optimus Prime impression, but you know what I'm trying to say. A lot going on in the Transformers. And how fitting. I don't know if the Jays game day staff, in terms of promotions, did this on purpose or not. In hindsight, I think it's kind of brilliant to have a show about change blaring through Rogers Center 2 days before a trade deadline that could affect change. I think it works. Thought it was kind of a dumb idea for a while, and then I'm like, this is rather poetic. On the same day that Kevin Gausman's throwing his last start for the Toronto Blue Jays. At the time, we all believed it was his last start. Gausman went out there, 5 2/3, like 9 hits. Wasn't his best day. But it went very typical to the Gausman year. It's not what we're used to, but for the most part, this last month aside, he's still been Gausman. And he walked off the field, and he got the ovation he deserved, Kevin Gausman. Because everyone was pretty sure he was going to get traded. Last night, it happened. He's now a Chicago Cub. The Cubs are in the first wildcard spot in the National League, as the fight in October will begin in the National League for the right to lose to the Dodgers. And Gausman is going to join a rotation that could use him. Who do the Jays get back? Not much. Not much. For a team with no power in their major league lineup, a trade where you got no power back isn't the most exciting thing to me. But 2 prospects, who knows? Outfielder Brett Bateman, he's in AAA right now, doesn't hit home runs. And infielder Ty Southasine, no home runs. Younger, but no home runs. 0 power came back in this trade. Does that make any sense to you? Like 0. 0. Worst offense in baseball. Toronto Blue Jays. 0 power. I'm looking at like minor. I'll take minor league power at this point. You don't have to give me major league power you got to pay for. We'll get to that in a second. I'll take minor league power. Nah. These 2 guys from the Cubs the Jays got, they're not top 10 according to MLB Pipeline. Now, is MLB Pipeline or Baseball America or any of these places that rank prospects the be-all and end-all? I think we've talked to enough people where the answer is no, but it's still interesting to look at because these are still lists put together by huge nerds who watch minor league baseball all the time. Do you know how much you love baseball to just watch minor league baseball all the time? All the time. That's at times a sacrifice. But these are the lists that people put together, and the Jays did not get anyone of consequence back for Gausman, nor were they, considering his age, his free agency this coming off season, and the year he's had. These things happen. You know, trading Gausman also before he completely goes in the toilet for the last month might have helped, but hey, That's how Ross Atkins operates. But the ovation for Gausman was fantastic on Saturday. From what I could tell on the internet yesterday and this morning, the love for Gausman continues to pour in. And there's a lot of stats about his time as a Toronto Blue Jay. Here's why he is a top 3 free agent signing the Jays have ever made. His 7 playoff starts are second all-time in Jays history. Second. More than Steve. More than the late Roy Halladay. Quickly, who has the most postseason starts in Jays history? I'll give you 5 seconds. Who's the only person that had a Gausman on the list? Your boy, Juan Guzman, who I saw in another installment of the Blue Jays Way documentary yesterday on Sportsnet. Still looks like $1 million, Juan. By the way, that doc's pretty damn good, I have to say. They did a hell of a job with that. So all the best to Kevin Gausman in Chicago. Am I, like many Blue Jay fans, dying for maybe Gausman to re-sign with the team? Listen, have we not been down this road with Scherzer? Like, maybe when things end, they should end. I'm going to say that again so everyone in the back can hear me. Sometimes when things end, they should end. Let's not live in a world where all you watch is Jays baseball and you are ignorant to a lot of other talent around the league because you're comfortable with your guys. It's a low-level way of thinking, folks. You need to move on from it. You really do. That's the nice way of me putting it. If I swore on this show, I'd say other things. But all the best to Kevin Gausman. They couldn't have got all they wanted more out of him was a Cy Young or a World Series. And there were years he got Cy Young votes. He wasn't like top 3, but there were years he got Cy Young votes. And damn it, boy, did they get close to that World Series. Shout out to Kevin Gausman. Shout out Kevin Gausman. So that brings us to this morning. And last night gave me the impression, okay, I think I know what this is from the Blue Jays. I think I know what their plan is going to be. Just kind of sell off a little bit. I wasn't even convinced it would be a major sell-off. Just like a mild sell-off. Because as Azzo and I saw over the weekend, there's still like an odd playoff vibe in that building if you score runs and get people excited. Like Luis Urias, Azzo, I'll bring Azzo on the mic here quickly. It felt like the reaction in the crowd and in the dugout yesterday for that Urias game-tying hit was like Game 6 of the ALCS.
Yeah.
What the hell was going on in that building
The
yesterday?
one run, the first run, it was like a standing ovation Friday night.
It was crazy. If you score a run for this crowd, this is the best crowd in sports. You score a run, they lose their minds. Because they haven't seen it a lot lately. And it's like, oh, this is what excitement feels like again.
Can only imagine what a home run would do.
Oh, my God. Well, late next year, when Vladdy hits another home run, then it'll be great. Sorry, Azzo, that's all I needed right now.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
It's a holiday. I'm taking my time.
I know.
You're my boy, Gaz. Listen to me scream that out.
Love guys.
Of course.
So I felt like, after last night, and I can't be alone in this, I felt like you had a handle on what the Jays were thinking. And it makes sense. If you can cash in even a little on an expiring contract, pardon me, if you can cash in on an expiring contract, do it. Because why the hell not? You're 8 games under 500 and lost. Well, I thought that way until about 9:30 a.m. Eastern this morning. And I went from, I have a handle on what Ross Atkins and the Jays front office wants to do, to very quickly, I have no idea what is going on right now. None. Let me explain. Now, keep in mind, as I say this, I understand getting riled up about a trade when we are still 5 hours and 40 minutes until the Major League Baseball trade deadline is a dicey thing because the deadline's not done yet. I've done this enough. I understand overreaction. I basically invented it on air in this country. So I want to preface everything I'm about to say with, I understand the deadline's not done. Who knows what else is in the queue for the Toronto Blue Jays? Deadline 6 p.m. Eastern today, by the way, for the few of you who don't know. But the last thing in the world, I was expecting to see this morning was trading one of your top prospects in the system in Arjun Nimala. Not because I think Arjun Nimala is some surefire shortstop prospect. He's 20 years old. You spent a 20th overall pick on him a few drafts ago. I'm not suggesting he's a surefire thing. That's not what necessarily shocked me. What shocked me is with the worst offense in baseball, you traded him for someone who's not a bat. Do I need to explain this any clearer for everyone? Your number 2 ranked prospect this morning was dealt. There were 2 other players. I don't care who they are. Your number 2 ranked prospect was traded to the Angels, who are by far the dumbest organization in sports. Who knows what you could have got from the Angels? But you traded your number 2 prospect for a starting pitcher who you do not control past the 2028 season, and you don't know if you're playing next year. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? You have the worst offense in the sport. You have a team that's finishing last 2 of the last 3 years, and you traded your number 2 prospect for Jose Soriano, who has control issues? This is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen Ross Atkins do. Dumbest. Look, Arjun Nimala, shortstop. You have JoJo Parker, also a shortstop. 2 good prospects. Do you need 2 prospects like that as short? Probably not. I understand the math. Azzo understands the math. You understand the math. I get the premise. It just so happened you had 2 hotshot shortstops. Having seen Bo Bichette leave, I don't know if you need both of them. And Parker's been lighting it up through the system this year. There's a Jays reporter twice a week on my feed telling me JoJo Parker. Okay. JoJo Parker's probably the guy. Arjun Nimala might not be the guy. You have the worst offense in base. What bat besides JoJo Parker do you think is going to be here in the next 2-3 years? In the system. Who do you got? I'll give you 30 seconds. Who do you got? Your offense is an embarrassment, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is about to become possibly the biggest bust in professional sports history on current pace. You don't get a bat back for your 2nd-ranked prospect? Are you okay? Are you okay? Considering that front office is pretty good in free agency. We've seen it multiple times. Gausman, worked out. Scherzer, for parts of last year, worked out. Cease, top 3 in Cy Young. Might win it this year. I don't know. Your offense is an embarrassment. And you burn a top 2 prospect in your system for an arm? an arm. I don't hate Jose Siriano. He's had really good stretches this season. He also does have control issues. I got news for you. Jay's bringing another guy who occasionally walks people. They're addicted to it. They love it. They love it. Pete Walker's going to fix everything. Sure. He fixed Hoffman for Game 7 last year. Sure, he's going to. Sure. Trade deadline's not over. I get it. I want to make this very clear in terms of my stance. I'm no longer asking. I am demanding this front office, you bring in a bat that matters with term. You have now put yourself in a really weird spot here with the worst offense in baseball, with the biggest potential choke of a $500 million player we've ever seen in sports, and you're not bringing back bats for your top prospects? I've never been more right about anything else. Maybe the Kawhi thing with the Raptors. We'll see about that. We'll get to that in a second. I have never been more right about anything in my life. That trade today for that asset was asinine. Asinine. Which Blue Jay fan has been down at Rogers Center this year, sat through a 2-run game for the home side, left and said, I think we need more starting pitching? You think Lucas is real? You think Clement's going to keep this up? You think Vladdy's going to pull out of it? You think Kirk's going to stay healthy? You think Barger's ever going to play again? You think Jimenez is going to find it? Okamoto might still have this power. He's going to hit 220. There's going to be weeks where that doesn't help you. You haven't had a left fielder in years. This lineup is a joke. And you burn that kind of asset on a pitcher? That's inexcusable. That's inexcusable. I am embarrassed at some of the takes I'm hearing in this town today. I am embarrassed for people who are carrying water on this. This is a panic move. So if the argument back to me is, but it's a controllable asset, Sid. It's a controllable asset. How many games are going to play next year? If you follow baseball for 8 seconds, you know there's going to be a labor stoppage next year. How many games are going to play next year? Contracts aren't going to carry over. I'll tell you that right now. So you potentially, if they wipe out next year, which could happen, you just traded your number 2 prospect for 1 year of Jose Siriano. How does that sound? How does that sound? This baseball team's lost its mind. They have lost their mind. And that thing last year that was so much fun has warped everybody into thinking this lineup will find its way again. This is a last place lineup 2 of the last 3 years. We know what it is. And the Vladdy story could cripple everything. Everything. Do you know if Vladdy's twice as good home run-wise next year or whenever they have a full season as he is this year, he's still a bust? Like, you get that, right? You get how bad this has been. You get it. He can't elevate the baseball, guys. Problem if you want home runs from a $500 million player. It's a problem. You don't go get a bat today? With that asset, a number 2 ranked shortstop prospect in your system, you don't get a bat. Wow. Again, if they get controllable bats back between now and 6 p.m. Eastern, maybe I'll change my tune a little depending on what we're looking at here. But that will also cost you. I got news for you. My beef is you burned your capital. Wasting value is not going to get you to where you need to go with that lineup. That's not proper use of funds. I don't get it. I thought I got it last night. I don't get it this morning. This is weird. This is really weird. Really weird. Next thing, Ross is going to try and get Kawhi. Jeff has a party. Good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon, Sydney.
Please tell me you like the Sirianni deal. Please tell me.
I understand what you're saying, and I thought the same thing. If Arjun was going out the door, then we'd get some kind of bat back. That was top of my mind, and I agree with you on it. Don't hate the deal, but it just tells you, like everything here tells you everything this front office values. They want to win games 3-1, 2-1, 1-0. They're fine with that. They're going for that. The two guys that got in the Gosman trade, again, contact hitters with some speed. How long does that last? I don't know. Yeah, there's no slug. And they're putting a lot of faith in the money they gave to Vlad, that he comes around. Again, he's got 22 games left at home this year to hit a home run without hitting one at home.
I think it's safe to say at this point, with all due respect, whatever you thought Vladdy was going to be in that contract probably won't be it.
I mean, this could, again, it's the first year of the contract. Maybe this makes him adjust and rethink everything. And for the first time in his career, he tries to break down his swing and do something different. Maybe they're having faith in Santander coming back. I don't know. I honestly don't, but I thought if you are going to trade, you said number 2. Sometimes he's number 1 on some guys' list.
Sometimes, you're right.
They've had him in the system for a few years, so maybe they know what he is, and maybe they think a pitcher like this is what they value, controllable arms. Again, they want to win runs, 2-1, 3-1.
But Azzo, he's not that, like,
I know.
He's not that
It's gonna be
controllable.
interesting.
Everyone's like, he's a controllable arm.
No, but people are saying they're going to extend him, obviously. Okay,
Oh,
well, then let
sure,
him.
obviously, yes. Jose
My other big
Soriano
point.
has, walking more than 3 guys every 9 innings in the majors. Yes, real high-level arm, Jose Soriano, you just got.
I think what
Real
you
high
just said
level.
is burning your capital. Because when I look at the free agent list that's coming out, when we know more about the season next year, there's way better pitcher free agent list than there is a market for position players and bats. So I would have tried to hold on and use. And again, if you were going to do this, how long have they needed a starter for? Why are you doing it at the deadline?
It's
The
been a
Angels
while.
have been out of it for a while. You
Yep.
could have gone to the Angels before and done
The
it.
Angels were out of it by week 2. Out of it.
I just don't get doing it now. Why you would be doing this now?
I'm with you. But you're right. That is what they value. Nick in the chat. Not Azzo betting on Santander. Oh no.
No, I'm saying
he's not.
they are.
I don't think he's saying that exactly. The Jays are.
But
Yes.
these guys know where
The
they've
Jays
spent that
are.
money, and I think they're waiting to cash it in. They don't like to be proven wrong. They're going to try and wait to show you why they spent this money on Santander and why they spent it on Vladdy. They want them to lead the offense. Again, the Bateman kid, he plays center field, so they're hoping he cashes there. But I think what I heard is his ceiling's like Nathan Lucas, like cool. And again, they're contact hitters with speed. That's it.
Do you know who hits home runs in AAA? Everybody.
Well, and then to your point,
This guy doesn't have. He has 3 home runs in AAA all year that they got. This
to your
Bateman
point,
kid.
you know what? Everybody plays shortstop. Your best athlete, some of your best prospects should be playing shortstop because in the minors, everybody can play shortstops. Not all of them make it to the majors as a shortstop.
No, it's
usually
true.
your best,
It's true.
your best. What do you call it? Asset or athlete in there, and they move around. But now they're putting the pressure on Vlad to do something and come out of this.
I don't do this all the time for people who just agree with me. I love when everyone thinks I'm crazy. I've made a career out of it. I'm fine with it. Jordan Wayne in the chat. I changed my mind. Sid's right.
Oh, and the other thing is,
Soriano's good, but they gave up too much.
but they're putting a lot of faith in like I hope Pete Walker's the highest paid pitching coach in the majors, and he better get more
better
than
be.
John
Yeah.
because they're always putting this work on his plate. Like this is it. And from what I heard, Pete's like after last year's run, maybe let him stick around, but he's starting to get tired of this. Like,
Sorry, did the Red Sox just acquire Adley Rutschman?
did they? I know they were working on something.
Paul,
I thought I saw Taylor Ward went to Seattle.
he did. Mark Feinsand is reporting they're talking.
So I see you got to pitch these guys.
I really like Adley Rutschman. What's
Yeah,
going
I
on
know.
with Baltimore? What is that?
No, he's just
What is that?
dude. They got too many. They're not going to be able to pay all those guys.
I guess
They
that's
gotta
part
ship
of
some
it.
them
But
out.
but here's the thing: Baltimore got new ownership a couple of years ago, and apparently the cheap years were over.
Yeah.
I guess not. I get or what this is boy, do they know a hard cap is coming.
Maybe.
They really think a hard cap is coming. And again, and listen, my only defense in Ross in this is maybe some of the bats they picked up that are controllable. Don't remember the Jays are a top 5 payroll in Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
It's not just the Dodgers that will have to come down if this is a hard salary cap next year. The Jays, because the days of Rodgers not spending on the team are done, they're going to have to shed
Well,
a little bit.
that's why everyone's hoping they shed some salary today because it brings them back down and they don't like lose any, to your point, assets in the draft next year again because they're over.
Kira in the chat, hard cap is 99.9999% certain. I'm kind of thinking that too. Take it easy in the chat. Sirianni has almost as many home runs as Vladdy this season.
still have more stolen bases than home runs, Vladdy? Imagine that.
Is that a real thing with
I'm
Vladdy?
pretty sure it is.
Jesus Christ.
And
Again, I'm not against trading your number 2, number 1, number 3 prospect. I'm fine. I'm fine with
a
it.
hell of a pitcher, man.
I'm fine. He's had a good year. He's had a very good year. He has his flaws. Power-wise, he still is just like a little bit better than Gausman right now.
These guys have hit on pitching. We got to give them credit. They have hit on pitching in the past. They know what they're doing. This could be like a Barrios thing again, right? And then they will extend them and they'll bank on that. But again, you know what kind of offense you have. You're trying to win games 1-0, 2-1, 3-1. Like you like that kind of baseball? I don't really like it. I'm sorry. Wins are wins, and I'm sure we'd be a lot happy with it. But man, you need somebody to hit.
By the way, we could have a Jameson Tyone pitching for the Jays, Kevin Gausman pitching for the Cubs Thursday afternoon game
Crazy.
at Wrigley Field. Because I saw that a lot yesterday. Like you don't know what the Cubs are thinking. I think that's a dangerous way to look at it. Well, Kevin Gausman's on turn to pitch Thursday. Yeah, he's got a new team. Everyone relax. Everyone relax. The new team's calling the shots. That's how that works.
True.
So
come on, they already welcomed him. He's there.
they're going to love Kevin Gausman. at Wrigley.
Of course, they already do.
Love him. Absolutely love him. And again, like I understand Soriano's had good stretches this season. I get it. Your offense is an embarrassment. An embarrassment.
And to your point, for 2.5 out of the last 3 years, it's been. They caught firing at the half of a season last year.
I just don't see how this makes any sense.
It's not the worst trade. I understand but again, this is what they value. This is what they're going to do.
They're slugging I know I'm preaching to the converted, Azzo, but their slugging is so bad on the Jays. They call up Pinango and Urias, and they put him hitting leadoff right away or third. Like that's how desperate they are for any slugging, any type of extra base hit. They are that poor at it. And you're not going to spend a second-rated prospect on slugging in some way? I think it's insane. You paid $40 million to Santander. you were willing to do that.
After how many years, though? Like, we all knew they needed some slug. And it was the last year they were both going into their contracts, or close to, which is why they spent the money finally getting what people always told them they needed, some slug in the lineup. And bet on a pretty bad guy so far.
I mean, that's the one thing I'll give them here. I trust their opinion more on pitchers than they do bats. So maybe this is a smart move. Maybe this is, like, they're putting their strength where they know it lies and just going after pitching. Because they haven't. Like, what have they really decided on bat-wise? What have they hit on? I mean, what if Numala is the better shortstop long-term compared to JoJo Parker?
Just infielder. Like, I don't even think. Yeah. I know he's defensively better.
Or okay, infielder. Yeah. What if he's a better, how about this? What if he's a better player? However you define that. This is laced with weird. Because it's not, if Soriano's a 3 or 4 year locked-in guy, I'm having a different feeling on this. He's not.
Yeah.
And next year might be a wash, man.
Sure.
That's a wash potential next year.
Valid point.
I think they're going to play. There are owners that are willing to die on that hill, to quote Bill Daly.
And it counts as a season.
Yeah.
So
then your controllable asset ain't that controllable.
The 2 years becomes 1.5.
You just traded your second prospect, your second rated prospect, for a 1-year guy. Jesus.
Yeah. I did think if Arjun went in a trade, I told you, he would be a guy I'd look at for like CJ Abrams or somebody. I think we had that discussion.
I mean,
I'd do it for that, but yeah, again, Soriano's a hell of a pitcher. When he's on, and hopefully they can unleash it like they have in the past. And I trust their decision-making on pitchers, but yeah, it seems like it. But see, that's the problem with the minor league system. They got a couple high-end prospects and then nothing in the middle.
That's the problem.
So you can't, what else are you going to offer? You got to offer high-end or nothing.
Could be worse in the chat. Sid, your outrage at a Toronto sports team for doing something dumb is weird. You should be used to it by now. Okay. Valid point. Yeah. It's actually a very valid point.
But Daniel said 2 years could be a decoy. Like, it could be.
Could it was a decoy?
I was using him a little bit as a decoy.
Like, here's the other thing. You know how many years of control you would have had on Arjun if he made it?
Like 15. He's 20 years old, man.
And you've had him in the system for a while.
You traded a 20-year-old number 2 rated shortstop in your system for a guy who might pitch a year from you if that CBA goes the way we think it does.
There was potential.
A year.
He's the highest rated prospect that's traded today, maybe.
The Dodgers didn't trade a guy this good. And they got Skubal. The Dodgers are trading their second best prospect. You're doing it? Why are you dumb and they're not dumb? Why is that? Why is everyone but the Dodgers an idiot in this league? Baseball does not have a money big market issue in baseball. They have an everyone's an idiot issue in baseball. There's a big difference. In hockey, and they still have that problem because Canadian markets are getting screwed left and right. The cap does not solve everything. There are still major names leaving small markets in the National Hockey League. That cap has not solved a thing. Don't think it'll solve anything in Major League Baseball, but it's not a money issue right now. There are owners and GMs in this league who cannot read. And the Dodgers are getting all the credit in the world for doing normal things. In what world does the Tigers let the Dodgers get away with that? They're nuts. They're nuts. Like a top 3 prospect not back for Tarek Skubal? Have you lost your mind, man?
It's a rental.
Of course it's a rental. Jose Soriano might be a rental. I got news for you if there's no baseball next year.
It's fair. But everybody preaching the control, like you would have had Arjun under control. Like that's why he's valued.
You have Arjun like 15 years of control.
If he makes it.
I like this one from Renee. Sid, don't you know? No one wanted Skubal. What has Skubal ever done? I think it's sarcasm. In case it isn't, you know what the Triple Crown is in Major League Baseball? It's when a pitcher leads a league after a full season in wins, ERA, and Ks. And Terry Skubal did that in 2024. Dodgers did not give up a top 4 prospect for Terry Skubal over the weekend. What a league this is, man. What a league this is. I don't get this. Again, Ross trading prospects as we've seen all the time.
Yep.
Like I'm desensitized to it. I'm okay. Like part of me understands it. I get it. You can do good business that way. To have a car with a flat tire and spend all your money on new windshield wipers is counterproductive to me. That's what I'm saying.
No, I get it. Trust me. I get it.
What the hell are they doing over there, Azzo?
Like I said, after we went to a game where this crowd goes nuts for one run, like, tell me where you see the hope in this lineup coming. Is it Barger? Is it Santander? Is it Vlad?
Barger might never play again for this organization. Ever. Evelyn,
and again, then you got to be used to that style of baseball and be okay with it.
You're right.
Go down there.
You're right. Evelyn in the chat. Sid, Navi knows.
Sure
Navi knows. Navi is bang on, man. Navi is still the clip that keeps on giving.
And I just don't get why in this early in the day make that.
That's a great point. So you couldn't wait? Like, it's not like the Angels wouldn't get desperate. The Angels clearly didn't want Jose Soriano. Like, they're going
But
anywhere.
other teams would have. And then would those teams be wanting to get out of the next year? I don't know.
I don't know. No, that's a valid point. Chris in the chat. Resource misallocation. I like that phrase.
Do you think it means at all they think they're still making a run this year? Because some of the teams ahead of them have dropped out.
I swear to God, if that's...
I don't know.
It's an interesting theory. It's so stupid, I wouldn't put it past the Toronto Blue Jays.
Like if they do nothing else today. No Hoffman, no Springer. I know Springer has
they're 8 games under 500.
I know. I'm just asking. Do they think with that staff they could make a run now?
I think if you're going to make a run, then you keep Gosman.
Like they haven't had a winning streak all year. Is that not weird to everybody?
What do you mean they haven't had a winning streak?
Like they haven't gone on an extended winning streak. Like
how do you define extended? Because they've won like 3-4 in a row. No.
No, but I mean like 2 series or something, like 5-6 games at least.
Like have they had a? Hold on, that's interesting. Have the Jays had a 6-game?
I meant to
look it up. I'll tap dance. Have the Jays had a 6-game winning streak this season? I don't know.
I don't think they
feels like they haven't with that record.
It definitely feels like they haven't.
Shady McGuire in the chat. Ross is a lame duck. Well, they just signed him to a 5-year deal, guys.
Yeah. But again,
he's acting lame duck. He's not, though. That's the scary thing. You're just bad. Like, if you're acting lame duck and you have a 5-year contract in your hip pocket while John Schneider got 2 and Shapiro probably got 5 years as well. Go ahead.
No, let's sit here for a minute because I told you I had heard this clip and I ended up grabbing it, but I didn't tell you and I put it in the queue of Schneider because you have another clip from him when he was on with Blair and Barker on Friday.
Yeah, it was another really good Blair and Barker Schneider interview.
And I believe it was Kevin. I think the question's in this clip, but they ask John if he ever butts heads with Ross about what they need to do and the players they need to bring in. Want to hear?
Yeah, let's go.
Ever butt heads with Ross on what player maybe to go out and try and get? No, I mean, we've actually,
Sorry.
I will listen to Kevin Barker read a menu at Chili's. He has one of the best voices I've
know.
ever heard in my
I
life.
agree.
It's folksy.
My guy.
It's baseball. It's down in the country. It's. I love him.
Yeah.
I'm one of the biggest Kevin Barker. I know you are.
Yeah.
I'm one of the biggest Kevin Barker friends in the city.
All right.
Love him. Sorry, start from the front. I just wanted to say.
No problem.
Ever butt heads with Ross on what player maybe to go out and try and get?
no, I mean, we've actually, whenever we're talking about it, I think that we always kind of end up in the same area of what we kind of need to try to help our team get better, or what guys that are here can do to try to make our team better, So, no, I haven't. Ross and Mark and everyone has shown they want to just try to make our team better every single time there's an opportunity. So that's not really me. I don't like to butt heads anyway, but no, I think we're aligned with kind of how we are right now, how we're looking going forward, and how we can get better.
Is that weird to you? Like, no, I don't like to butt heads, so I'm not going to say it. Like, we're aligned. We want to be better. Does one pitcher make you that much better? Take you out of last place? That's the other thing.
I'm less concerned about the I don't like to butt heads comment as I am about the fact that, like, he basically said in that Ross does not ask him for one damn opinion about the roster.
It sounds like it. You're right.
And you know what? This is one of the few times I'll agree with Ross Atkins. I don't think John Schneider is in any position. I think he's way underqualified for that gig, let alone being a GM, with respect. I think John Schneider's very lucky to have the job he has. And if I'm Ross Atkins, I'm not taking one marching order from that guy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I guess
This is the
that's
only
it.
time all day today you'll hear me somewhat agree with Ross Atkins.
So the Jays have 2 4-game winning streaks. Nothing past that.
Oh, there you go. Sean in the Yukon in the chat. I want to hear Kevin Barker read The Hobbit. That would be so good.
That'd be really good. But
They were at the base of Mount of Sauron looking for the ring. The ring.
So let me ask everybody this, because everyone's like, you guys are crazy. You don't know this. You don't know baseball if you don't like this deal. And we get it. Like, but there's one. The crazy part to me is you're trading that position player for a guy who pitches every 5 days.
We don't know baseball.
Does Soriano take you out of last place next year? Does he? I get it. He's a great arm and he's awesome. He pitches
How does he
every
help this
5
offense?
days.
How does Jose Soriano? By the way, how many?
But
games,
even if he wins,
how,
like,
how many games have you seen Soriano pitch this year?
listen,
All of you who stay up late to watch Angel games on MLB Extra Innings.
I
All
believe
of
he
you.
hasn't missed a start in 2 years. So I'll give him that. This is, again, what they like. This is what that front office values. He pitches once every 5 days. So how many more wins is that for you? Doesn't take you out of last. I'm sorry.
No, it doesn't.
I don't know.
No, but listen, if I'm a Jays fan, I don't want to believe you just burned your second best prospect today either.
It's fair.
I find a lot of fans in the city find a way to cope.
Yeah, it's a good.
And their way to cope is you don't know anything about blank. Wait for leaf season. Wait for the Kawhi trade not to go through. Like, you don't know anything about blank. It's like, okay, no problem.
Oh, I am waiting for that.
No
actually.
problem.
I am waiting for that.
We got some
can't
sound on that, by the way. Mixed reaction in the chat on whether or not my Kevin Barker impression is good or not.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, there's more debate on that than the fact that the Jays shouldn't have maybe given up their top 2 prospect for a non-hitter.
It's like Big Brother where there's a tie, I break it.
Only if you're head of household. Are you head of household this week,
Yeah,
guys?
hell yeah, I am.
By the way,
I'm here.
why are we both wearing the same damn color
again? Yeah.
Can you throw this up?
No.
For the listening audience, it's not a complicated thing to describe. We're wearing a lot of black today in mourning of this of burning a
So
top
we're on the same
prospect
page
in the
with
Jays
that.
organization.
We're on the same page.
Same page.
I wear my pitching ninja shirt because I know all they want is pitching. So why not? And again, look at the free agent list. There's way better pitchers than there are position players on that list.
You're right. You're right.
Please go look at it. Like, I think they could have filled out the rotation. I just think it could have been a chip you even used in like those trades happen during the offseason, those big trades, especially for position players and bats. You might have been better holding off and waiting.
Like, you know what a bat is that matters. Now, I know I believe he's going to be UFA, so it's a different scenario, but like, if you're a serious team, like Luis Arias is now a member of the Phillies. Now, why he keeps bouncing organizations, I'm not quite sure, for a guy who hits like 330 all the time.
And he refuses to move off a second base. Do you see what they're doing? Bryce Harper's going to the outfield.
There's no way Bryce Harper's happy with that.
It's weird.
There's no way.
That's part of his
By the way,
comment.
the other weird story is Luis Garcia Jr. was picked up by the Yankees, and Ben Rice is not going to catch.
Yeah.
So they got Goldschmidt, Ben Rice, who's cooled a bit the last couple of weeks, but has been one of the best sluggers in the American League this year. And now they got Luis Garcia, who was the best slugger in the National League this year. They got him from the Nationals.
Right.
That tells me Aaron Judge and Stanton are not coming back this
It
year.
sounds like it.
They are not coming back this
They're
year.
in some trouble.
Yeah, you don't make that move. They got 4 right-handed prospects, the Yankees, for Luis Garcia Jr. That's a haul. That's a lot of arms.
It is.
Boy, they love their right-handers in Washington. Eh? Someone's like, we need
pitchers.
Washington right-handers here.
They do need pitchers. By the way, I was correct. Vladdy has 7 stolen bases and 6 home runs right now. 500 million. Woo!
Unbelievable. How do you not get a bat for your second-rated prospect? How? Anyone who disagrees with that, I don't care what you think of Soriano. Part of me likes Soriano. He's got control issues, but part of me likes Soriano. If you think Arjun Nimala is going to be a bust, that's fine. If you think he's going to be an all-star infielder, that's fine. All are in play. I'm not suggesting one over the other. What I'm suggesting is why this cost for that player who's not signed past 2028. 2028 is not that far away, guys. The LA Olympics are like around the corner.
Yeah.
I don't get it. No one can debate me on how asinine it is for the cost on Jose Soriano. None of you can debate me. None of you. None of you. There is no debate. If you debate me, guess what? You're wrong. Soriano can have a lights out 2028. Then he's going to walk. Was it worth it? A 20-year-old shortstop. Was it worth it? In a year that's lost, you're going to finish last again. You're a joke. You're pathetic. You can't hit. You're paying a guy to strike out and ground out to short every time up. You're a joke. You have no bats. You're a joke. You got no bats back for Arjun Nimala? Not one bat? Am I losing my mind here? What are you doing? Now, Ross might have something in the queue. I read someone in the chat, forgive me, I missed who this was, said that CJ Abrams guy for the Nationals is pretty good. Yeah, you know what you need? Prospects for that trade. You need prospects. Because he's a shortstop. Guess what the Jays had? 2 shortstops at the top of their prospect pool. 2. Now you don't. My Lanta. Azzo, give me some good news. Give me any good news about the Jays right now. Any. Give me one piece of good news. I'm serious.
They won 2 out of 3 on the weekend. Hey! We're at 2 of them. Or
Friday night was brilliant, man. That's one of the nicest nights of the summer.
It really was.
That was a great time.
Yeah.
All right, so
okay, everyone's telling us the Nationals aren't shopping Abrams. They might not be now. Go look back.
No, they
were
were
at one point.
They were.
They
were.
Don't tell me the Nationals wouldn't listen on something if you're offering them a haul, especially some young guys. But guess what? They don't have great pitchers in their system either.
Nope.
There was a point this year he was said to be on the block.
Death Clutch in the chat. Jays are infuriating Sid a touch like ice dancing did back in the day. It's close. It's close. Could Ross have a bat ready to go between now and 6 p.m. Eastern? Maybe.
So we'll hold off till tomorrow then?
I know this is a dangerous take. I understand. We are hours away from the end of this deadline, or for when this deadline hits. I get that. This asset for that player does not make sense. Doesn't. I'm sorry. The Angels, and I haven't said this in years, have made out like bandits. You just made the dumbest team in baseball look pretty good.
He instantly becomes their top prospect.
Is that true?
Yeah. It's like this is a rebuild starting. I'm almost positive. I heard that this morning. I'm pretty sure it's true.
So you're sitting on the potential number 1 prospect for the Angels.
Okay. Right now, MLB.com has him listed second behind a pitcher.
Still, the fact that you just acquire him and he goes to second means one thing. Your system is ass.
Yeah.
It's not very good.
And I'm sure that depends where you look.
Chris Gand in the chat. Pardon me. Jojo Parker for Bo Bichette?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like it, though. That did make me chuckle. Hold on. We got some good news, Azo, I think. This is from Oach Girl.
I saw that. I was just going to look it up.
AL Pitcher of the Month. Is this true? We confirm this? I need some good news for the Jays.
Yeah, named about the best pitcher in the American League. Dylan Cease.
Dylan
Cease.
Cease.
Pitcher of the month.
Pitcher of the month.
Woo!
There you go.
That's why he started the All-Star game.
Oh, my God. So the Angels did trade a bat within the last 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's to a team that also needed a bat. They traded Joe Adell to the Guardians. The Guardians sent catching prospect Jacob Cozart. Where does Jacob Cozart sit? I got to see this. Where does Jacob Cozart sit in Guardian prospects? Let me see. Still going, still going, still going, still going. Oh, he's 18th. He's 18! Jesus Christ.
Hey, it's not done yet.
Azo, guess what? It's done. It's done. Now, Joe Adell is not steroid Barry Bonds. I'm not suggesting. But based on the pay scale for Vladdy and the amount of home runs that Joe Adell has hit, Joe Adell is worth $1 billion over 14 years. Joe Adell has 16 home runs this year. He's got Okamoto tendencies at the plate. Not a big contact guy, but he's got some pop. And he makes great catches in left field. Remember that catch he made where he was in the stands?
Oh, I do.
It's one of the images of the Major League Baseball
Didn't he
season.
rob like 3 home runs in one game?
Oh, yeah, it was crazy like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was insane.
Joe Adell could play defense, heaven forbid.
Yeah.
The Jays defensively just fallen off a cliff this year as well. Joe Adell is not a horrible outfielder,
Well, that's
guys.
the other thing.
I got news for you.
Ground
He's
ball
not that horrible.
specialist, so they better find their defense again, too. That's the thing, right? Like one leaks into the other. When you're not hitting, start playing bad defense.
Oh, my God.
That's the problem with banking on pitchers and a guy who, again, throws once every 5 days. I'm sure it'll be great. Dude, his stuff is nasty, Soriano.
I don't like what I'm seeing around the league, and based on what the Jays just did.
Again, it's so true to them. Like
It
you
is.
had to. We all knew this and said this was going to happen.
Buster Only of ESPN, Red Sox and O's have a deal arranged for Adley Rutschman.
Wow.
Red Sox just need to say yay or nay after the medicals were put forward. Rushman, I don't know why I'm saying this. Seems like a Red Sox guy.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I could see that.
Like that guy needs to be around some more intensity.
But to your
It
point,
doesn't seem like the Orioles had any intensity. It doesn't seem like the park, the organization, nothing. Like
But Orioles must feel a certain way to trade him in the division.
that's a legitimate point. I'm a big guy on that.
Yeah, I know you are. That's why
Yes.
I'm bringing it up.
Yeah, this is getting interesting. We'll see what the
Only
Jays do.
5 more hours. Stuff can happen.
Only 5 more hours. Okay. That's the good news.
That's the good
I
news.
asked for good news
There
from
you go.
Mazzo.
Boom.
There's still 5 more hours.
Yeah, something else could happen.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Maybe that's why Vladdy kept telling us, be patient, be patient. He yelled it again. Did you see him going into the tunnel this week after
2 wins against St. Louis.
I know.
Yep. Be patient.
Be patient. Only
You mean the thing he's never
plate?
he's never at the plate? Yeah. Be patient. Hey, Vladdy, at the plate? Be patient.
Again, 22
Be patient.
home games left for the Jays at Rogers Center. He has to hit a home run.
My God. Look, man. I think I've made my point.
Yeah.
I think I've made my point, and I'm going to sit here, and we're going to move on.
Yeah, there's other stuff. Come on.
We're getting a lot of this one question, though. Before we move on from the deadline completely, Azo, is there a team out there right now that beats the Dodgers? Yes or no? And who is the team?
You got to say no, right? That starting staff is crazy.
The answer is no, not because of roster, but because of mental attitude. The Milwaukee Brewers don't have it.
It's true.
The Brewers could have had Tarek Skubal.
They should have went after him. Me too.
They're a soft, comfortable organization that don't want to spend money. But on top of it, they don't want to spend money or prospects.
Yeah.
The Tampa Bay Rays could have had Skubal. They didn't. They didn't get Skubal.
Somebody should.
Somebody needs to get Skubal. For the sake of baseball, someone needs to get Skubal away from the Dodgers.
Yeah. Somebody should step up.
There is not a team with the mental strength around baseball the way LA has it. I was listening to Chris Rose, by the way. Did you know this? Most teams have one private plane for their entire team to fly in and out. You know the Dodgers have two?
Come on.
Did you know this?
I did not.
The Dodgers have...
Of course
they have two planes. They have one plane just for the players that leaves right away. And an hour later, all the equipment guys with the equipment, and the rest of the organization, then they go.
Damn.
With the media. Did you know that?
No.
I did not.
No idea.
I did not know that was the case. The Dodgers, they think it differently. Now, they're bankrolled in a different way. I think their luxury tax now is $180 million after this deal for this year. That's just tax. And I think they're paying 110% on the dollar in that tax. It's crazy.
That is insane. You know the Yankees are still second in terms of odds for World Series this year? That's crazy to me.
They need to do one more thing, in my opinion. They got pitching.
Yeah.
They can pitch. I think their team ERA the last 2 weeks is under 1. They can do it. Garrett Cole's looked okay. He's back. I think they need one more bat. If Judge, more Judge than Stanton, but if Judge is going to miss all this time with the rib issue, and I think he will, there's one more bat out there you got to get. I don't know who specifically, but I don't think the Yankees are done offensively. I don't. Okay. Are we good for baseball for now? Oh no, there's one thing. There was a Blair Barker thing I wanted to play.
Yeah.
So Kevin Gausman is gone, and he made the comments to Mike Wilner about the clubhouse chemistry.
A little parting gift.
It's quite the parting gift.
I think so.
So Jeff Blair asks a pretty good question on it. Go ahead.
The fact that made the rounds, do you think that had anything to do with the way they came out against St. Louis at home for those couple of games?
No, because the offense was still garbage for 2 of the 3 games.
Okay.
I don't think it made that much of an impact.
All right.
But it's a theory.
Yeah.
So Jeff Blair asks John Schneider on his weekly Friday appearance on Blair and Barker, are you guys feeling moody because you're not playing well, or are people moody for other reasons? And I'll play out the question for Jeff. It was an excellent question. A reminder, Jeff Blair is in the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame writers wing for a reason. Here's the question from Mr. Blair. And an odd, this is the nice way I'll put it, an odd response from John Schneider about the clubhouse chemistry, a clubhouse chemistry that Kevin Gausman annihilated on the way out of town. Let's be fair about it. And he did it on Mike. Here's Jeff's question.
It surprised me that a team that hasn't achieved the level that you expected to achieve might be a little unhappy. But how do you guard against it going from we don't feel good because we haven't played as well as we think we should be playing? How do you prevent that from becoming, guys giving each other the stink eye in the clubhouse?
Yeah. For one, I think, we talked to Kev today. I think I always say players handle it, and they handle it. They always handle it the best, right? So Kev, being who he is, came in, talked to us today as a coaching staff. He talked to the guys today about what was written and how it came out and how it may be perceived.
No one is more full of it in this town than John Schneider. John Schneider is acting like it was a written quote. He hasn't remotely heard the interview with Mike Wilner. He didn't try to hear it. That was an audio interview with a microphone by Mike Wilner at Rogers Center. There was no written quote. It wasn't in the papers. John Schneider has no idea what the story was and is trying to pass off to you like he does. As usual, in his own team, he doesn't have a handle on it.
I was starting to like. I thought he was being more direct and stuff, and then I heard this too. And
he hasn't heard the comments that Gausman made that we played in Mike Wilner's Toronto Star podcast. He's a fraud.
Definitely seen
John Schneider.
Yeah.
like we've always known he is. Continue.
Out and how it may be perceived. It's and Kev is the ultimate pro.
Mhm.
You know, Kev, really, when you look at probably, one of the best free agent signings as a pitcher here, he's in that category, right? So he was upset with the timing of it and the kind of the way it came out. But I think every year is different, right? Every year, every group is different, and anything that has happened this year is always going to be magnified to a certain degree based on what happened last year and how close we were to winning the World Series. So there's different personalities, there's different, characters, and by no means does it mean that, these guys don't like being around one another. Last year was a special group. I said it a million times. It was a special group where, for whatever reason, guys clicked on and off the field, their families clicked on and off the field, and it was the pinnacle of what you're trying to do from a team sport perspective, right? So anything is going to be, a little bit of a letdown if it isn't there. It's like if comparing it to if you guys have a show and you get off the air and you're like, man, we nailed that one, and then
We never do that, John.
but you know what
Trust
I mean.
me.
Or
Yeah,
the
I
next
know.
one, you're kind of like, oh man, Kev, you missed that question there.
We do that a
Kev,
lot.
you missed that question there. You try to always, make everything as good as your best thing. And I think what Kev was saying and what we've been saying here internally is, I've said it before. It's like, we're not mad, we're not mad at the people that are here or the performances. We're frustrated, and I think that the way you handle it and the way you stay ahead of it is you talk about it. You know what I mean? You talk about it amongst each other and you're brutally honest with each other. And as far as those comments, man, we talked about it today as a group. Kev was unbelievable, and he's one of the most professional guys I've ever been around. And again, every team is a little bit different, but there's a million different reasons why we haven't performed to our expectations. And comparing clubhouse chemistry, I don't think is very high on the list. So it's part of a long season. It's part of ups and downs, and I think just handling it head on is the best way to handle it. And we did that today. So hopefully everyone kind of put their best foot forward. Everyone's going to be pulling for one another tonight and every game the rest of the season. So that's the standard we've set here. And I think comparing everything to last year is a really tough challenge.
Did Kevin speak to the coaching staff and the players, or to you personally, or coaching staff
he
and
did.
players?
He spoke to us kind of separately,
Okay.
just because that's who he is. Just wanted to clear the air a little bit and say, hey, this is how it was perceived. And, if anyone knows that a whole conversation sometimes isn't really relayed and a few lines are, it's me, I get it. And it just shows how much he cares, just like, hey, let's clear the air here and make sure that, this is exactly how I feel about you guys and exactly how I feel about the guys in there. And it's reciprocated from every one of them.
Once again, Schneider didn't hear a word of what Kevin Gosman said to Mike.
You saw the
Not a
bullets and
word.
the quotes.
Not a word. Chat in the chat. If you've ever been on a team, winning teams have the best chemistry. Yes,
Yeah.
I would agree.
That tends to work out.
I would agree. I just want to play that for a couple of reasons. One, boy, Schneider just says things that don't have anything to back it. And two, if you're the manager, you better fight back on the clubhouse isn't good thing, because guess what? That's kind of your job.
And when he says there's a million reasons why we're not playing well this year,
Let's talk about him, John. Let's talk about the reasons.
Your job to sort that out.
Yep.
Again, guy who used to preach working on every little thing, working on all the little things to make sure they're playing good baseball.
All the small things.
All the small things. All the
Please don't. Hey, Azzo.
Yeah, I said.
Great time of year.
Are you sure? 'Cause
Yeah.
You're not. People are saying you're not in a good mood.
I'm in a great mood.
Read the thing.
Puck drops, tip-offs, first pitches. When the game is on, you call the shots. Head to betway.ca and bet your way. Must be 19 plus. Play responsibly. Hey, Azzo.
Yeah,
You like my shirt?
I do. Kind of matchy today.
I'm wearing, it's all black. It's in mourning of whatever the Jays offense was going to be.
It makes you look slim.
Look slim. Clothing for today's show provided by Ed's Fine Imports, Markham, Ontario's #1 clothing store for the last 20 years. Formal, casual, they've got you covered. Brands like Psycho Bunny, Blue Industry, Page Jeans, Nobis, Gitch, Bugatti, Paul Batenley, 7 Downey Street, Tommy Bahama, and so much more. Ed's Fine Imports, just north of McCowan and the 407. Go to the store in person or go to edsfineimports.com online. Tell them Sid sent you and get 15% off your first purchase. Tell them Mazzo sent you. The Jays will give you their second best prospect.
No, they already gave that away. They can't.
Damn it, they can't
They
do
can't
that.
do it anymore. By the way, Transformers Saturday morning cartoon. It was that G.I. Joe, like all back to back, wasn't it? That's how I remember.
It was a solid run.
Solid Saturday morning.
in the scheduling.
Even
grid.
Hulk Hogan had a cartoon. Remember the wrestling one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I forgot this. So for everyone asking in the chat, yes, Azzo was watching the game yesterday with Brad, shiny jacket guy behind home plate. So I noticed, for the listening audience, let me walk you through this. I noticed this exchange early in the game. Now, here's what I'm looking at. Probably Vladdy grounding out or striking out. Azzo, I believe, sipping on a Merlot. You sipping on wine?
No.
What is that? What are you sipping on?
I didn't have wine.
It's
I
not
didn't
a
have
beer.
wine.
You're not having a beer
I
in
had
that
beer.
photo. Anyway, Azzo's drinking something, and Brad has turned to his right, looking at Azzo, jaw on the floor, after being told something by Jeff as a party. So, Azzo, don't chime in yet. I want to give the chat 90 seconds to caption contest this. What has Azzo said to Brad, a.k.a. Shiny Jacket Guy, to elicit this type of response? A look of shock and awe from Shiny Jacket Guy. Chris in the chat, Azzo's just shocking.
It's true. It's a pretty fairly easy answer, to be honest.
Christopher Bird in the chat, the FIFA deal is done. I'm going to be the president.
I like that one.
Jeff in the chat, Santander gave me this beer.
It was beer I was drinking. I had one neutral, but I had mostly beer.
Jordan in the chat, Azzo told him the story of the Zoom call in the washroom.
That's a good one.
He said, Ryan in the chat, hey, Brad, think it is?
Think it is? Ah, okay.
Skillet Mongrel in the chat, I have onions in my pockets. Can you tell? There's some deep cuts in this.
That's pretty good. People are listening.
Ron in the chat, don't tell Sid. I actually like John Schneider.
Oh, I promise you that was not it.
Charming Charlie in the chat, Azzo told him that he told the Jays to trade their number 2 prospect for a number 3 starting pitcher.
I like that. Read this one.
Modify in the chat, I'd rather be us than the Dodgers.
I'd rather be us than them.
Yeah, that would elicit that type of answer. And finally, Unc Ryan in the chat, Azzo says, hey, I'm the new WWE United States champion.
That's
There we go.
That would be a good one.
There we go.
Anyway.
Good time yesterday?
It was great.
You don't have to
time.
give me details, but
Great time. It was great.
you guys look like you were having a good time.
Dude, best seats I've ever sat in. Thank you. Thank you, Shiny
dude,
Jacket Guy.
any right-handed hitter who took a timeout, you were in the shot.
I see why Brad does the strike thing, because you see better than the umpire. Like, you're right there. It's crazy.
Every right-handed hitter. Alejandro Kirk did this 13 times yesterday.
know.
Timeout, Azzo.
Yeah.
Back in.
Give him some pointers. Tell him Vladdy. Dude, when Vladdy was up there in a key minute, like, the crowd was still Vladdy. Like, they were all behind him. It was crazy.
Kay Wilson in the chat. Hey, did you hear someone farted at the urinal, Brett?
Oh, man. Sam McDaddy was there, sitting behind us. He was weighing in. Only because it was raining at tennis. Apparently, he would have gone tennis.
The tennis scad got basically wiped out.
So then he decided just to come. He loves the sports, man. Sam, we had
Did
a great conversation.
oh, McDaddy loves the sports.
Yeah, he was so into
Did you
the
see
game
Venus
yesterday.
Williams lose on like the Sunday of the
Yeah.
National Bank Open?
Yeah.
That's
That's
kind of
tough.
sad, isn't it?
Very, very. That's my only fear with them continuing to play stuff like that.
Venus and Serena are 2 of the greatest athletes I've ever seen in any sport.
Yeah.
They're comparable to any.
Agreed.
It's
With
just
that.
not a
You
great.
can't
It's
argue.
not a great look.
You can't
I have
argue.
no idea the person she lost to yesterday. It's tough to watch. It's tough to watch.
A great time. Thanks again.
All right.
Not to you.
I had nothing to
we
do
had a
with it.
good
I don't
time
know why.
Friday
I
night.
don't know why I'm saying.
We had a good time Friday night.
Friday
I'm
was
saying
great.
Yesterday was a
Dare I
great
say,
day.
you probably had a better time Friday than yesterday.
No, don't do that to Brad.
No, I'm not. Okay, so Azzo, last time we were here live, because we had that, we taped a show with Rob Longley. Rob was great. I want to thank Rob Longley of Toronto Sun again. And for a few Fridays going forward, we might do that with some people that we genuinely respect.
Thanks to the people in the chat who showed up. And even
The chat was loaded. You guys are great.
loaded.
Dude, listen, the chat's going to be open. Chat room is open Friday, live or taped. You're welcome. Just come on in. Get comfortable. But when we were last here Thursday, we kind of walked you through the latest Pablo Torre reporting. Pablo Torre is the guy from Pablo Torre Finds Out, Pulitzer Prize winning podcast, who unearthed all of the Kawhi Leonard, LA Clipper aspiration tree planting allegations from last year that led to a long NBA investigation. So Thursday, when we were last here, we walked you through Pablo's latest bit of reporting that out of nowhere, Kawhi Leonard and Uncle Dennis are now co-owners of Rhode Island FC in the USL, which is a second division soccer team. And the soccer team didn't announce anything. So basically, the gist of the podcast was, we found this. It's weird. Why is no one talking about it?
No, I was going to say, Brad tried to get us Rhode Island shirts for yesterday.
I'll wear a Rhode Island FC
You
shirt.
couldn't get it. They said they couldn't ship it in time.
Hey, if Brad's listening to this, I'm in. I don't know if Ed's Fine Imports will like it. I think for one day we'll have a cheat day. It's fine. So we walked you through that last Thursday. Now, Pablo's report was the night before. He dropped the podcast on Wednesday night. There was a funny thing that happened between Wednesday night and Thursday afternoon. Here's what happened. ESPN's NBA Today show on Thursday afternoon made this the lead. And by this, I mean the Kawhi situation with alleged cap circumvention. And on top of that, the Raptors and them pausing the trade with the Clippers came up a lot. And I mean a lot. But there were a bunch of things that ESPN had around 3 p.m. Eastern on Thursday in their show, right after Pablo Torre reported there's another weird thing with Kawhi. That was interesting. Like, the timing was very odd on that. All of a sudden, ESPN just clears their opening block. And Ramona Shelbourne's on the desk. Mark Spears is on the desk. Vincent Goodwill, I believe, is on the desk. There's a lot of reporting that's going on here. So some of the things to come out Thursday afternoon about the Kawhi Leonard, Clippers, Raptors situation. One, Steve Ballmer, who's so rich. Do you know what he gets every 3 months from Microsoft in his settlement with them? He gets $300 million every quarter. Did you know that?
No, I did
Steve
not.
Ballmer, because of his Microsoft package, gets $300 million every 3 months.
Wow.
So reportedly, ESPN saying Steve Ballmer is going to fight with every legal fiber in his body any punishment from the NBA on this. So that's a thing. Secondly, this was Mark Spears reporting, because Mark Spears has a relationship with Brandon Ingram. Because the Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, 2 first-rounders, 1 first-round pick swap, and 2 second-round trade is still kind of out there. The Raptors just paused it. Let's remember how that went. Mark Spears on Thursday reported Brandon Ingram, whether he stays with the Raptors or whether he goes, he's good with whatever. That was the report. He's a pro and he's good with whatever. If I'm the Raptors, that scares the hell out of me.
Yeah, no.
I don't want a player good with that. That tells you everything you need to know about Brandon Ingram, which I think we knew, if I'm being honest.
Is Grady still open to a trade?
I don't know, but his game face doesn't take days off. Nailed it. What's up, T-Mac? So that report was from Mark Spears. Again, they had 5 people on the desk with Malika Andrews on Thursday talking about this Kawhi story. And not just 5 people on the desk. They had Kendrick Perkins from his hotel room. Kendrick Perkins, former NBA champion. Azzo's dealt with him. I've dealt with him. I love Kendrick Perkins.
It's awesome.
Pulls 0 punches. When you're his size, you don't have to. And after all the Kawhi stuff and the Clippers reporting about alleged cap circumvention and money under the table that the league didn't know about, the reporting from Pablo Torre, the Raptors telling every reporter in this city, everything's fine, don't worry. After months of that, or a month to be more accurate, I heard Kendrick Perkins go to a place I have not heard anyone go before with a microphone on in front of them. And I find it interesting that less than 24 hours after Pablo Torre reveals there's another weird deal with Kawhi and Uncle Dennis, that a former NBA champion on air took it to this place. This, for those who missed it, this is what Kendrick Perkins said on ESPN on Thursday afternoon.
played in the NBA. You've analyzed it for many years. I've never seen something quite like this. How could this process, then the way it plays out, maybe shape the way that this season starts?
Well, look, let me say this. If I'm the Toronto Raptors, I'm finding a way to get up out of this deal. I'm finding a way to back out. I want out. I don't want to even be involved with this no more. I don't even want to think about having Kawhi Leonard in a uniform, because now all of a sudden, say if this lingers on and it get closer to the season, and I understand Rich Paul is talking about Brandon Ingram understands it's a business, but we're talking about real human beings here. We're talking about Brandon Ingram and Grady Dick, who was a crucial part of the Raptors' success last year far as them being relevant again and making it to the postseason. If I'm the Raptors, I want to call this trade off. I want to call my two key rotation guys back in, and I want to start healing those wounds right now so that when I get to training camp, I don't have to deal with that. I don't have to worry about if a guy's going to be disgruntled. We saw the effect when it happened to Dalton Connect with the Los Angeles Lakers. Yeah. He wasn't right when he hasn't been right since.
Dalton Connect hasn't been able to connect anything.
Yeah.
Since being involved in trade rumors that fell through. Take it easy in the chat. Love me some Perk.
Think it is? Okay.
One more time, sir.
Think it is? Okay.
Alan in the chat. Kawhi will be a Raptor.
Glad somebody still has faith.
Oh, I think there's a few people that
There's
still
a
have
lot.
faith.
There's a lot, to be honest.
So I just found it interesting, ESPN, the afternoon after Pablo Torre has new reporting. And by the way, don't think that's all Pablo has. Wait for it.
I agree.
Azzo, did you find it odd ESPN went all in on that segment the way they did? I heard some wild stuff in that segment that I haven't heard before from any outlet.
Seems tides have kind of changed, right?
Like seems to be there's a
it's going in a certain direction.
The worm is turning here a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's true.
Not that the trade wouldn't help the Raptors. Not that it wasn't like in any other context. It's not a terrible idea.
Never said that.
The East at the time kind of weak. I mean, and then Giannis went to a better team, and then LeBron got back in the conference. So, like, things have changed.
Mm-hmm.
But some of what I saw on NBA Today on ESPN on Thursday and heard, whoa.
Yeah. Well, like you said, the 5-person panel and Pert coming up.
Wow.
And with everything we heard, like not just the new report with Rhode Island, but that could go into 2027, given all this, the arbitration stuff and Ballmer fighting it. Like, man, you can't go into camp like this. You can't.
By the way, the one clip I couldn't play for you because the audio wasn't that great. Are you familiar with a streamer called Neon?
Yeah.
Is he's huge, right? Like he's big.
Actually, some people sent it to me from our show. That
so
listen every day.
The audio wasn't that great, but it's a streamer who's extremely popular, and he talks to NBAers all the time.
Yeah,
like I've seen him in limos with Jaylen Brown.
Mm-hmm.
So he was at a diner. Dylan Brooks was in town for a charity event. NBA or Canadian NBA or Dylan Brooks. And Neon asked him, but the Raptors are getting Kawhi, man. Now, Dylan Brooks is in mid, like, burger bite. Like, he's eating.
Yeah, they're at a joint. Yeah, it's true.
And he's ever, when you're talking with someone, wipe your mouth first when you're about to say something pretty serious during dinner? Like, that's a
you don't want them to miss
a subconscious move I think we all have, but we don't realize we do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Neon, the streamer, is like, the Raptors have Kawhi, though, man. Dylan Brooks leans back, looks at him, wipes his mouth, leans in, and you can barely pick it up, but he says it. He goes, the trade's not happening. The audio was so poor, I couldn't even play it for you. It wasn't worth it.
Barely make it, but everybody wrote it who heard it.
But with all due respect, it was the Dylan Brooks thing that got me even more than the Kendrick Perkins thing on ESPN from last week.
It's a guy inside in
I mean,
league.
listen, I hate to break it to every Toronto reporter. I think there's a level of the story you're not privy to. I hate to break it to you. Seems like everyone's in over their, like a little over their skis on this. So that's the latest on that. Before we move, anything you got on?
No, but it is crazy that, like, we've said it's weird from the start. And now more comes out. There's a second investigation. There's the Rhode Island thing. It's going into 20. But people just want to stay firm. Nah, it's happening.
Look.
Like, I think that's why at this point, guys like Burke are like, I just back out of this. Like, get out of it and try and figure out what you're doing for next year.
The NBA are forcing the Raptors to do that. The NBA are going to stall this to the point.
It feels like that.
The Raptors will not have a choice. God help Bobby Webster professionally.
Yeah.
Help him. Because that is going to be a tough conversation to have with Ed Rogers and Tony Steph.
Well, what's he do now at this point? Just hold on till training camp and hope it comes through? Like,
you can't let this get to training camp.
I know, but you said what? Labor Day would be your cutoff?
So it's media day. This trade is still out there. What's every question going to be about? No way this gets to training camp. This is dealt with like right after Labor Day. At the latest. The latest. Yeah. I think they're giving Bobby the professional courtesy inside MLSE. You have August to figure this out. And whatever figure it out means is probably all beyond his control because it is. Bobby had nothing to do with cap circumvention. Bobby had nothing to do.
No,
However, Bobby's the only team that went all in on it.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Why didn't every other NBA team do this?
But that's like,
why just the Raptors?
Does he have to cling to it now because he did?
Oh, now the bets are on the table. We're at the blackjack table. The bets are on the table. Cards are coming out. And I don't know if Bobby's drawn 2-7. But it's looking bleak. It's looking a little bleak. Yeah. I have not seen a shred of evidence in the last 2-3 weeks to suggest this is near over. Mm-hmm. Anyway, that's the latest.
What was your take on ESPN though, going that hard on it that day? Like just
I thought the time. Well, listen, the timing was interesting because I was listening to Pablo Torre a little bit after the fact. Mm-hmm. Pablo Torre listed that at 8 p.m. Eastern last Wednesday, he was going to post this pod because you can do it on YouTube. You can see exactly when it's coming up.
Yep.
Kind of the same with us. ESPN's report about the investigation won't be done until 2027 came out at like 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. So Pablo chuckled at that and said the timing on that was interesting too. So ESPN comes out first with a report. Pablo Torre last Wednesday has his whole thing on Rhode Island FC. And then all of a sudden, NBA Today, the next day on ESPN at 3 p.m. Eastern, they clear their schedule. They have, it's July 31st or July 30th.
More than a full panel.
It's July 30th. They brought in 5 people to be on the desk, plus Perk via FaceTime. The timing was interesting.
Yeah.
The timing was interesting. We'll see. Also, Azzo, the last time we talked about FIFA.
We did?
I thought we did. And basically, it's the story that broke in the New York Times that Gianni Infantino, FIFA president, was going to sell off 20% of World Cup rights to private investment with basically no consultation from the rest of FIFA. Member associations, anybody. People inside his own office didn't know. And we left off last Thursday with a statement from UEFA that made me want to run through a wall. UEFA and its 55 member associations basically said they're boycotting every FIFA competition, male, female, youth, until this is off the table. So one of the last things I said to both you and Azzo in this chat and everyone listening to this was, all right, where does Canada stand on this? Where does CONCACAF stand on this? And when we left this studio last week, we were still waiting on the CONCACAF statement, but shortly after our show on Thursday, we got one. CONCACAF, again, a reminder, is the association that Canada is a part of. Canada, Mexico, the States, bunch of other countries. Basically, what CONCACAF said on behalf of its 41 members, including Canada, was they cannot go along with this plan. This is the last line of the statement from last Thursday from CONCACAF. Through these actions, CONCACAF reaffirms that football's future and its greatest asset must remain in the hands of our football family. So CONCACAF also said, we're not doing this. They didn't boycott like UEFA, but they said we're out. As a Canadian soccer supporter, I welcomed it. I think most of you did as well. So Friday rolled around and members of Infantino's inner circle, FIFA president Gianni Infantino's inner circle, were coming up with scathing statements. Scathing. Some quit. Others said, I'm not quitting, but just so you know, this guy's a jackass. We didn't know anything about this scheme to sell off 20% of FIFA. A scheme that we would find out over the weekend through more New York Times reporting would up Infantino's salary from $6 million a year to $30. Infantino was going to oversee the whole thing. Shocker. So Friday night, about 8 p.m. Eastern, the pressure became too great. And Gianni Infantino backed off the plan to sell 20% of the World Cup. This is basically what he said in a brief statement, which, by the way, the title of which is hilarious, Statement Attributable to the FIFA President. Doesn't mention his name. Having listened carefully to all the views, it has become clear that the project has created divisions of a nature that, regardless of the level of support, are no longer in the interest of the objective set out in the first place, to make me rich. Kidding. Make me rich is not in there. So Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, this plan, under intense global scrutiny, is thrown in the trash. Gianni Infantino believes, my problems are over. Nope. UEFA, after hearing this Friday night, put out a statement that said two things. One, good. Here's the second thing UEFA said, who runs all of European soccer. The current FIFA leadership has not only lost UEFA's confidence, but also that of many other members of the football family. That line in UEFA's statement, late Friday into early Saturday, is the most damning thing we've seen yet, because that statement calls for one thing: Infantino's head on a platter. They want him to go. And essentially, CONCACAF have said the same thing. The English Football Federation said the same thing today. It got to the point where Gianni Infantino, no joke, was at the White House today begging for help. I don't know what the White House can do about this. World Cup is over. What jurisdiction does the White House have over FIFA? Well, it was going to have a lot. Not anymore. Gianni Infantino is freaking out. So one of two things are about to happen. One, either Infantino does the honorable thing and resigns as FIFA president, with a vote coming next March in Morocco for a new president, or he stays and tries to get the votes. So the question quickly over the weekend became this: if no one can trust this carnival barker, Gianni Infantino, as FIFA president, who tried to sell off the sport for 20% and pocket most of it, who's going to run against him besides Jeff Azzopardi? And one name keeps popping up. And it could go down as one of the most significant Canadian sports stories in history if it plays out this way. It's Canadian Victor Montagliani. You're hearing some names. This is the one you're hearing the most. Who is Victor Montagliani? Well, Victor Montagliani is a BC kid, currently a vice president on the FIFA Council, and he's the head of CONCACAF, our region. There was a time back in the day, 2012, he was the president of the Canadian Soccer Association. I wasn't a big fan back then because things were a little chaotic in the CSA with all the lack of winning and bad finances and stuff. Wasn't a great time. So my initial impression of Victor Montagliani wasn't the best. But then things started to happen, like Canada hosted a Women's World Cup. That was Victor Montagliani. Canada got a piece of the 2026 World Cup. I scoffed openly at that possibility. He got it done. And slowly but surely, Victor Montagliani did the thing that's one of the most difficult things on earth to do. Make your way up in the world politically in one of the most corrupt organizations on earth, FIFA. You got to be skilled politically to do that. And he did. So here we are in this moment where no one trusts Gianni Infantino. And for the record, Montagliani, other than through statements as the head of CONCACAF, has not publicly said anything himself. But if you read those CONCACAF press releases, he doesn't have to. There are a lot of people looking at this Canadian as potentially the successor as FIFA president to Gianni Infantino. One of the biggest reasons I realized over the weekend is this. There are 211 countries that get a vote in FIFA. Like Puerto Rico's vote and Germany's vote are the same vote. One nation, one vote. You need a majority to become FIFA president. Some people don't like that system. I'm not crazy about that system, but that's the system in place. So that means, by my math, you need 106 votes from FIFA to become president. UEFA has 55. They hate Gianni Infantino. CONCACAF is run by this guy, Victor Montagliani. You know how many countries are in CONCACAF, including us? 41. 41 plus 55, 96. There's a theory which already has Victor Montagliani at 96 votes in the next FIFA vote should he decide to run. He's 10 votes away. Now, before any conversation. The Asian Soccer Federation also put out a system. Guess what? They're also pissed. South America, kind of quiet. African Confederation, kind of quiet. Infantino and the African Football Federation have a pretty good relationship. I understand that. But as we stand right now, Victor could be the victor. If all the CONCACAF nations and European nations vote for him out of hate for Infantino, he's already got 96 votes. It's a layup. Find me 10 more votes. That's all Victor has to say. And I don't think that's hard. The thing that really was the headline maker for me over the weekend was how pissed everyone still is in FIFA, justifiably at Gianni Infantino, for this scheme to hand over the World Cup to elements of the White House and other governments around the world. And how, if you think about it, if it's Montagliani who's the candidate, all he needs to do is take 10 votes away from Azzo, and he wins the FIFA presidency. This is very doable for a guy who's genuinely respected in the game. This is quite the rise for Victor Montagliani, who I believe is 60 years of age. Seems like he's ready for something like that. He's familiar with World Cups on the women's side, on the men's side. He's moved mountains in this country. It started off rough with Canada Soccer. I'm not going to lie to you. But things have smoothed out. His relationship with Kevin Blue has been good. Gianni Infantino cannot survive this. Whether he resigns or gets beaten in an election next March, it's everyone's standing on terra firma here. It's done. Infantino does not have the votes. So the question is, what's next? Victor could be next. A Canadian running FIFA.
Ooh.
That's a development. Azza, where do you stand on the FIFA story? Because it hasn't simmered. That's the one thing it's actually given me joy how pissed what bothers me in life sometimes is how one apology, and for the record, Infantino didn't even apologize in that statement.
No kidding.
That jackass.
I did notice
He didn't even apologize. People think one apology and everyone gets the Men in Black pen in front of them and forgets everything.
Well, I was going to say what I love about it is, one, to quote Anchorman, man, did that escalate quickly.
Yes.
And two, every time Infantino thought he kind of had an out, somebody had a counter for him that put him back on his ass.
Oh, everyone's playing 3D chess on Gianni Infantino.
And he thinks he can skate on it or offer more money or release a statement and be clear of it. And they're like, nope. Checkmate. Here you go, bud.
In hindsight, that American World Cup was a sales pitch to American finances and financial folks up and down the country. This is what you can have. Like hydration breaks,
right.
halftime shows,
how to buy in.
All the extra goals that were scored. They changed the ball. We're not talking about that enough. FIFA changed the ball. Mm-hmm. Some goalies looked as bad as they've ever looked in their careers because the ball was moving like crazy.
Yeah.
They wanted the more goals. They wanted quarters. They wanted hydration breaks. They wanted to Americanize this to the point where Infantino is the head of a wing of FIFA where he's making $30 million a year instead of $6 million.
Crazy. And he got greedy.
He is one of the most dangerous people on earth if you love soccer.
Well, that just proves it.
And Sepp Blatter was a dog.
Yeah, no
A
kidding.
dog of a human being. This guy has lost the plot.
Yeah. Just kept getting more greedier and greedier. It's crazy.
Do you think he survives August?
so
Do
my
you think
question
Gianni Infantino survives the month?
Will they only put up one other person to
don't
oppose
know.
him? See, that's
Look,
what I mean.
Listen,
Could
it is technically a democratic thing.
Because there's a guy from Saudi too, right? That's been rumored out there.
Yeah, I mean, and the guy running Paris Saint-Germain.
Paris Saint-Germain,
He's
that's
he's very influential, but like I don't. It sounds like he's not overly interested right now.
I just don't know if they can, like, if I ran against Victor, do we take each other's votes away? You know, and how many does Johnny have on top of that?
What happens to the Infantino as a party vote split?
Yeah.
It's a legitimate question.
No, Montag. Anyway.
Oh, sorry. I thought we're still talking about you.
No.
No, listen.
No, but I'm saying if different federations put someone forward, like, could they take
They
away
can,
votes from
but if let's say the head of CONCACAF, Canadian Victor Montagliani, runs for FIFA presidency, he already in theory has 96 votes if UEFA's stick to how pissed they are.
Right. But I'm only saying that because if Infantino has all those nations who want to try and get into the World Cup as he expands it, does he still get votes if other guys are stealing votes away from people?
Look,
like that's the only thing he has to stand on right now.
Does he hold all the rest of his votes? I don't know.
Yeah.
But the Asian Football Confederation were not happy with this move either. They were not.
But there will be some federations who will look at an expanded World Cup and all this, and maybe some teams who still want that money.
Well, I can tell you that poll for Europe and CONCACAF are off the table.
Yeah.
I have a sneaking suspicion they can find 10 more votes.
Yeah.
Because that's all they need. You're right. Are there countries that can hold on the thought of getting extra teams in a World Cup for their confederation? Of course. Some countries don't have as much money as others.
But he's lost
Obviously.
a ton of confidence. And the fact he is trying to call in a favor to like certain administrations is laughable at this point. That alone should be like no, now you're out, dude.
Bluth family intern in the chat. Infantino to join the Raptors front office.
Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So
he
that's
backed out of
where
this
we're at.
crazy faster than the Raptors backed out of Kawhi.
I just think this Montagliani thing is wild. It is percolating quickly. It did over the weekend, especially in Europe.
And to your
especially
point,
in Europe.
He's moved off FIFA. His name has always been considered in the next running for this. I think when Infantino came over, wasn't his name among them as well?
Infantino came from UEFA. He was a reformer. I don't know how else to say this. He's changed, man. Infantino's changed. This was not what he ran on. This was not what he ran on at all.
I've kind of heard money can do that to you.
Yeah, I've
And
heard
power.
that.
Money
I've heard
and power?
that. Sid as a party in the chat.
By the way, the handle?
Handle's pretty good. I hear Infantino farts in elevators. Also, a sign of corruption.
Very much so, especially if you raise your leg.
Especially if you don't apologize.
Yes.
Like in his statement.
And then just wish the guy, have a good day.
Gal in the chat, Fartantino. This escalated quickly. Anything? We'll keep you updated. It was a wild weekend. Anything else on FIFA?
No.
We're good? Azo, I was in and out of SummerSlam over the weekend in Minnesota.
Okay. Should have paid attention Sunday, not Saturday.
Saturday was awful.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Worst Hell in the Cell I've ever. The highlight was Obafemi walking walking.
Do it.
Just doing this.
You're in better sync than the audience was. The
Yes.
audience was off sync. I don't know if there was a miscommunication.
No,
with
the
it.
audio inside that stadium for the Minnesota Vikings is terrible.
Yeah, okay.
I think the audio was terrible.
'Cause even the
whole
singing
thing,
and stuff?
it's like a weirdly shaped stadium. There's like windows here and there's not windows here. There was no sound quality in it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you brought that up. I thought it was just me. By the way, I'm having a hard time with the Netflix showing it and not showing any of the ESPN stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not involved in the broadcast.
Sure.
I'm getting a weird.
I'm with you. I know.
don't
I
like
always
it.
look for that too.
I did like the old school snapshots of like the British Bulldog
Yeah.
and Bret Hart and all that stuff. Like that stuff made me. I smiled every time.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, shout out to my wife. Laughed every time she heard "human money's on a pole."
So good.
It is one of the funnier things I've seen.
Yep.
It really is. I think Dominic Mysterio should have been in a better match than that.
Yeah,
personally,
no kidding.
Because the guy's pretty
That's
good.
the thing. Oh, he's one of their best heels. They've kind of ruined him. That was the bad part about that.
What was your By the way, who won the women's title in the ladder match?
The interim title?
The interim
Chelsea
title.
Green.
But Chelsea Green, because of WestJet, her family couldn't get down there, right?
Well, she did have some family members there, as many as she wanted to. They kept saying that, but she did go celebrate with her family.
And so Chelsea Green wins the interim title.
She's awesome.
There were some people.
That's the highlight for
There
me.
were some people in that match who should not have been anywhere near that match.
Okay,
and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay.
That was a disappointing match.
Yeah.
Good for Chelsea. Disappointing
They
match.
seemed to be rushed, which was weird. I don't know. It
and
was off.
also, Kevin Owens came back.
Came back.
Wow.
Back.
And he
he's
won?
now the number one contender. Yeah.
Boy,
He's
they
gonna fight
loved it.
CM Punk. CM Punk.
Triple H is dying to get Kevin Owens back in, man.
He needed him.
The pop on Kevin Owens, was that the pop of the weekend?
No, I think Chelsea winning the belt was. Winning the belt, climbing to the top of the ladder, because she was just standing there. And when she got to the top, that place exploded. And good on her, because I don't know if you remember this, but on the first season of that Unreal series, the behind the scenes thing.
I think that's the smartest thing she ever did, was going on that show.
Well, because
and talking about her story.
Well, Road Dogg, kind of from the old Degeneration X crew, had pushed her to try and get another title shot or get the U.S. title, I believe it was. And other guys like, we don't see her as a top person. We don't see her growing up.
Oh, the crowd just turned. Do you think it had a lot to do
And
with
like
the
2 years
segment
later?
on Unreal? Did you think a lot had to do with that?
Yeah, I think so. Because people like her. She does some funny stuff, man. Off camera, in camera, or in ring, she's a good worker. Like, yeah, it's great. So I'm happy for her. Like, she does it. Some Canadian talent there. Yeah, Canadians stole the show on Sunday between Kevin Owens showing up and him and CM Punk should be a good little feud there. And CM Punk was pissed. I think. Did you see his post interview with the guys on the ESPN desk?
No, what did he say?
It's pretty good. He was just going off. I think he was pissed they weren't the main event, like they weren't the closing match of the show, and they put the Hell of a Cell there.
We have a Jays trade.
Oh boy, am I seeing that right?
I mean, well,
my boy?
hold on. It's not the craziest thing. It's your boy.
It's my boy.
Blue Jays, according to Ben Nicholson Smith, Blue Jays are acquiring Josh Steffen and left-handed hitting utility player Josh Smith from the Texas Rangers for Azzo's boy, Adam Macko.
Talk about Canadian content.
Hey, there's only so much room on the Jays for Canadians.
Yeah, I guess.
Jameson Tyone in,
yeah.
Adam Macko out. All right.
I like Macko, man.
All right. Well, there's something. There's something for the Jays.
Oh boy.
What was the Rollins Reigns match like? Because I missed it.
It was good.
Was it good?
It was a good wrestling match. Yeah, those guys putting a close to that chapter. They're two of the best. So
the Shield
they gave them some time.
The Shield's one of my favorite factions since the NWO.
Yeah. So they
Full
closed
stop.
it by doing the Shield pose with the fist, but
Okay.
yeah. Sunday way better. Saturday was a disaster.
There are some people who say the mask while they were doing the fist thing was for
Moxley.
For Moxley. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that.
What's Moxley's deal? Is he still at AEW?
Yeah, he's like their main guy, I think. He's one of the champs, I believe.
But he's
I haven't
still
watched it in a while, so I'm a bit.
But do they have him in some good angles? Like, is he excelling? Is he like?
He's good there. He's good there. Yeah, they always put him in a good fight. Like he gets into like street fights there. Like he's always willing.
He puts in a hard shift
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah,
Moxley.
without a doubt.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out Chelsea Green and Kevin Owens. They made that weekend.
Jordan in the chat. Who the fook is Josh Smith? I mean, okay.
Well,
all right.
Yes, for some batters. Got some more batters.
There you go. There's guys who can hold a bat for sure.
Yeah, I don't know
Anything
about
else
the
on?
Macklin thing.
I didn't think SummerSlam was that great. Is what I'm trying to tell you.
No, it wasn't. Well, the 2 nights is weird, but they have so much talent. I just don't know what you do. You gotta have better matches, like a better card.
I now have my
Sunday was good.
I now
Sunday
have
was
my
good.
new favorite opening.
Okay.
It's Penta.
Oh, he's amazing.
When Penta comes in,
Actually, Chad Gable winning too. That was a great match.
good for Gable.
That was a good match.
But Penta walking in, I get all my
It's
my
amazing.
Penta out frustration out.
Still.
Let me try that again. My
He does
Penta
have
up
it.
frustration out whenever Penta shows up. Okay. So any other SummerSlam
No,
things?
that's it.
What's who's the guy? Brock. Who's the big dude?
Brock Lesnar?
No, not Lesnar. The other. There's a Brock.
Oh man. No, Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker, not
Sorry,
Brock.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
Brock, yeah, you're
Braun
throwing me off
Breaker.
with that.
There was talk there, like, because Triple H addressed media after. He's still doing this, which I don't hate. He's talking about how guys
They do
are
it
asked,
every. They do it every premium
do
live
they,
event.
They do it now.
Yeah.
Because he was mentioning there was talk on Twitter that Braun Breaker wasn't happy about his role in this. And Triple H is like, look, like he goes, people ask me all the time, how come I'm not here? How come I'm not there? And he's like, do you get more of a pop than this person?
Yeah. Go earn. No, he said something like "Go earn it" or "Go put."
But go earn it is like that Chelsea Green pop.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what he's talking about. The Kevin Owens pop.
But
That's
a lot
what
of
he's
people
talking
didn't
about.
like that because he's the one giving those opportunities, and there's a lot of ways. Like it's hard for those people to fight for that opportunity.
But a reaction from the crowd is sustenance in that business, right? Like that's like I sometimes for premium events, my wife gets on me for this. I just watch the intros.
Yeah.
Because I think you can tell a lot. Like
with the pops.
With the pop.
That's the best part.
Like for instance, I hate that Joe Hendry is doing this thing with Danhausen.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a huge Joe Hendry fan. He got the biggest pop a couple WrestleManias back.
That's true.
Like, what are you doing with Joe Hendry? I believe in Joe Hendry, and I think that matters in that sport.
Yeah,
That's all they look at. Really.
But see, but then like the argument to that is like Cody Rhodes is in every final, and so is CM Punk, obviously, because they got a huge pop. But Cody might have turned on him a little bit,
right.
And he's Triple H's boy, so he's in every single one. Like nobody gets a push above those guys. Anyway,
Nick,
it's not as good as it used to be.
Nick in the chat, Dean Ambrose was mentioned on WWE finally, so they mentioned him last night.
Yeah, they did.
Okay. Any other takes?
No.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
I thought it was a solid 6 out of 10. SummerSlam.
If you go over the 2 nights, I don't even know if I'd go that high.
I do love the sun poking in through the stadium.
Yeah.
There's elements of that stadium in Minnesota that are just gorgeous. I love them. But it was but the audio was just terrible.
Yeah. You could tell the crowd was off and everything. And again, crowd reaction in those moments is all of it.
By the way, last take from me, CM Punk is done.
Yeah, I know.
The pop wasn't there. His wrestling is awful.
Yeah. He can't last. And
he's late on everything.
And they put him in like half-an-hour matches. Like, give the guy a 10-minute match.
Come on, man.
Way too much.
I'm just
I know. I'm starting to like him off camera more, but like, yeah, he's done in the ring.
Listen, give him a mic. I don't know if is he SmackDown or Raw every week. I don't even know. But give him a mic every week. Do a thing. He's one of the best.
Yeah.
That was a tough watch. I thought it was a tough watch.
He has been for a while.
Unc Ryan in the chat. It was better than Mania. Do you agree with that? SummerSlam was better than Mania?
Yeah, Sunday was.
Really?
Sunday was.
Sunday was okay.
Yeah.
Saturday was a
but
disgrace.
I think he tried to make it better than Mania because it was so bad.
Okay. All right. There's some people in the chat. Listen, we respect your opinions. Some people don't like this wrestling chat. I don't think there's a lot of places in the country that do this at all.
It's just mixed in for a few minutes.
So let's just do. I like it.
It's like the Transformers chat. You can't tell me there's worse reality shows than wrestling.
Oh, come on.
Like there's way worse.
It's the best.
Yeah.
Okay, finally.
Mako. I am.
No, I'm not talking about Mako. I'm good.
We'll wait for it tomorrow.
Adam, all the best. Well, how many takes on Mako do you have? The guy was a fringe
He's a
reliever.
left-hander. You always need left-hander.
Sorry, you have hot takes on Adam Mako getting
I'm just
traded?
mad. I like him.
Oh, you like him? Okay.
I thought he did his job, and he should have gotten more opportunities as a left-hander. Like, man.
I'm going to sleep well tonight. By the way,
you are?
By the
I
way,
thought you didn't like
this
that.
might be the best thing to happen to Adam Mako. Just so you know,
It's fair.
put him on a team that's won a World Series in the last
Visit him
10
when I go
years.
visit my boy with the Texans.
Go ahead. Yeah. All your buddies are down there. Okay. Let me take a walk here, Azo.
Oh boy, really? This late?
It's a late
You don't
walk.
have too much time.
It's a late walk. No, I'll get this in. History was made over the weekend in Springfield, Illinois, as the debut of the Women's Pro Baseball League took place. Historic. The New York Heights took on the Los Angeles Queens in Springfield, Illinois. It was on Saturday night, and it was historic. It was historic. The league brought out 99-year-old Maybelle Blair to throw out the first pitch, a veteran of the historic All-American Girls Professional Baseball League between 1943 and 1954. 99-year-old veteran of that league came out, and this was a big deal. This is a big deal. So it's a big night. You want to have a good national anthem. So they brought in a Motown legend, Martha Reeves. Are you familiar with Martha Reeves?
I don't think I am.
Martha
Love me
Reeves.
some Motown too.
Motown, you've heard of these. She was Martha from Martha and the Vandellas.
Ah, that I know.
Nowhere to Run.
Yeah.
Nowhere to run to.
She sang it better. Yeah.
No.
Go on.
Arguably. Heat Wave.
Oh.
Heat Wave. But
think that's how it goes,
you've heard
but I
every
know
one of
it's
these tracks on American
Yeah,
Idol.
for sure.
And Dancing in the Street, one of the all-time great
Dancing
songs.
in the Street is an
Dancing
all-time.
dude, it's in the mirror, it's a fairness,
That's not
and
how
you're
it goes.
dancing in the...
So not how it goes. It's a good track.
But Martha Reeves is a Motown legend.
Mm-hmm.
So big night for the Women's Pro Baseball League, historic. We need a good national anthem. So they booked Martha Reeves. Now, Martha Reeves is 85 years of age, thankfully of good health at 85.
Yeah.
I'll take 85 of good health. But Martha said, okay, I'd love to come.
Your blood pressure might.
My blood pressure might get up there. So Martha Reeves, a Motown legend. I can't stress this enough. Some of the biggest songs to ever come out of that era were sung by Martha. So if you're the Women's Pro Baseball League, you're like, we just booked Martha Reeves. This is perfect. Perfect. One of the great voices of that era in a male-dominated world, Martha Reeves. Historic voice of Motown back in the day. So Martha came out to sing the Star-Spangled Banner. We have not doctored this in any way. We're going to play this for you front to back as it was performed on Saturday in Springfield, Illinois. And we just want you to take in this historic moment at the Women's Pro Baseball League, the first ever game in the Women's Pro Baseball League. National anthem performed by Motown legend Martha Reeves. Enjoy.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Oh my God.
The LA Queens beat the New York Heights 10-8.
Okay.
LA's Maggie Fox drove in early runs, and Monet Davis scored a historic run, while New York's Danae Benitez hit the league's first home run. Let's go to the chat.
Anybody stay after that?
Crazy Shady in the chat. I thought it was great. Alex in the chat. Brave.
Modify I on top of it too is pretty funny.
Modify I. I'd rather listen to Jesse Marsh for 6 straight hours than hear that again.
I'd rather be us than them.
Yeah, I said this one. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I said that. I thought it was great.
I didn't show it though. Sorry.
Jack in the chat. I'm good with that.
Jacqueline says, I think my ears just fell off.
Jay in the chat. Better than Fergie at the NBA All-Star game. Sean in the Yukon friggin' nailed it. Can't control life in the chat. That was depressing.
Like, could her voice be on a delay? What happened there? Jeez.
I mean,
Jeff, she sounds like a character from Family Guy. Jack Napier says, if you play it backwards, maybe it sounds great.
Backwards. This is the Beatles. Oh.
Man. That was something.
Bart Cat's in the chat. Roseanne wasn't available?
Yeah. Or Carl Lewis. A lot of Carl Lewis references in the chat.
Can't control life in the chat. Leafs suck. That's unnecessary. Why are the Leafs taking strays? Why are the Leafs taking strays in there?
Oh, man.
Okay.
Did you see, speaking of, well, not anthems, but what do you call it? Texas Rangers manager Skip Schumacher.
Yeah.
Did you see when he went out to argue with the umps and God Bless America was starting?
Yeah.
So he stopped, took off his hat, and then when it was over, he argued with
They
the ump.
started rolling right into it. He got ejected right after. They were
was
fighting,
amazing.
stopped. It was like the scene in Slapshot
so
when
funny.
the national anthem's playing and everyone's bloody from the brawl that just
Yeah,
happened.
that was my highlight of the weekend. That was hilarious to me. How like he went out there, started arguing, and then stopped for God Bless America, and then got tossed immediately after.
I don't care in the chat. Now I'm deaf.
Oh man.
T-Bone in the chat. She was sexy as F. Deaf Haven, an argument for AI singers next time. All right. Listen, 85 years old, Martha Reeves, good for you. I couldn't do that at 85.
No.
I can't do that now.
Sure.
Do you know the stress involved? I once talked to Meredith Shaw once sang a national anthem.
What? Really?
I
Good for
believe.
Meredith. That's
Said it was
amazing.
like one of the most nervous experiences of her life.
Yeah. I can imagine. Well, you threw out the first pitch. That was bad enough. Imagine singing for that.
Hold on. It was down the middle.
No, I said
Thank
that.
you, Santiago
But
Espinal.
you'd admit
down
it
the
was
middle.
nerve-wracking.
Oh, very nerve-wracking,
And
yes.
it's one pitch
It's
compared to
nerve-wracking.
like having to hold a tune for
Correct.
like, minutes.
Correct.
So I'm always impressed when the kids do it at the Jays games. Man.
Okay. So
Do
that's the
TFC thing, or hold it for tomorrow.
Let's hold the TFC till tomorrow.
All right, because you know what?
How the spirit strengthens and grows. There'll be a certain
Wrong button.
spirit. Every year there's a certain level of spirit.
I meant to hit this one.
We have just completed a complete rebuild of TFC.
We'll tell you tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
how the rebuild of TFC is going.
How they're trying to get you down there.
I just want to confirm that game was in Springfield, Illinois over the weekend. I may have screwed that up. Let me just confirm this.
One of the Springfields?
No, Springfield, Illinois. I got
Yeah,
it.
there you go.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Boom.
Better than she did.
I just got a weird feeling I might have screwed that up. I did not.
Why?
The chat says a lot of stuff.
Josh
Go ahead.
Smith is here to save the Jays. Let's go.
Josh Smith. Are you clapping because of Josh Smith?
I'm kidding.
By the way, last Jays factoid of the day, with the trade deadline coming up at 6 p.m. Eastern.
I just want to make sure. Brendan Little's still here, right? Jeff Hoffman.
Why
still
would you?
here,
Why
right?
would you trade Brendan Little?
Just asking. Just asking.
I guess someone would want Brendan Little. Interesting note. This is from Mark on Twitter. Interesting note. Both New Jays, Ty Southasine, who they acquired in the Gosman deal, and Josh Smith, who they got in the Adam Macko deal, were both born on August 7th. Their birthday's coming up Saturday.
Cool.
I know. I thought that would go over better. It's really not that interesting the more I look at it.
Happy birthday to the two newest Jays.
Christopher Bird in the chat. Atkins is killing it. Oh, all right. Trade deadline.
Smith won a Silver Slugger Award in 2024, but is currently in AAA in an injury-plagued 2026 season. Perfect.
Smith won a Silver Slugger Award?
Apparently.
Man. Shows you what those things are worth. Jesus. All right. Anything else, Azzo? We good?
Hit like and subscribe, folks, please.
All right. On behalf of Jeff Has a Party.
2 hours on a holiday
I know.
Monday. Damn.
Everyone here at Sick Media, including Azzo, who had a busy weekend, who might be still drunk. No, he's not. He wouldn't. On behalf of everyone,
Can't get drunk off wine.
Merlot. You've been watching the Sid Seixeiro Show and listening to the Sid Seixeiro Show powered by Sick Media here on X, YouTube, and anywhere where you get your podcasts. We appreciate you making us a part of your day. Enjoy the rest of your holiday Monday. Take care. Let's see what tomorrow brings. We'll talk soon. Enjoy the deadline.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sid Seixeiro Show on YouTube, X, Instagram, Facebook, and wherever you get your podcasts.